This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, okay. So, guys, again, we are going to start a new tool today, which is Ansible. Okay, one of the DevOps tool. And first, we'll talk about the scenarios. Then, after, I'll come to the actual part. Okay. So, you know that already. Like, we have separate data centers or maybe separate AWS accounts. Okay, for development purpose, for testing purpose. So example, one website you want to run. Okay, na? So as part of that website, you have to maintain number of servers. Okay, na number of EC2 instances. For development, like again, website will be there. So there will be set of servers. For testing, there will be separate website. For production means customers purpose, separate website. Same setup everywhere. So there is a flow. Like first development, if everything works, then only they will go with testing phase. There you have separate set of servers for the same website. Again here, once the testing completed, then only you will come to the production servers with the same setup. Then customer can use that, right? This is the general scenario. And now here, basically, everybody were working for SDLC, guys. Already we are talking, we spoke about that. What is SDLC? Software Development Life Cycle. Okay, so design, infrastructure build, next development, then testing, then production, then maintenance, right? So this is the procedure, like to develop any software product, any functionality. Compulsory, they will follow this SDLC, software development life cycle. First we do analysis, then design, then after server build, then after OS installation on top of, then after like the developer will write the code here. Along with that, application team will configure the applications based on the code. Then if this website is working, okay, this development website is working means the same setup they will do in testing. Now testing also, like here we'll have the same setup, same set of servers, and now we'll have separate website for testing. Now if once all test cases completed, test cases mean like example, this is maybe some WhatsApp. Okay, let's take WhatsApp. So audio calling. So here they will test it continuously. Like different mobiles they will use. So how the customer, when I send message to one customer, whether it is reachable or not, is there anything happening? So those proper functionality testing they will check. Security, quality. If everything goes well, then we'll implement the same application with the same setup in production, right? So this is the like general scenario. Then maintenance also our part only. Maintenance means we have to make sure that these EC2 instances are fine without any issues. Okay, now like CPU, memory, storage, housekeeping means they should not cross at any point of time. So for that purpose, already I told you the monitoring. Okay, so anyway you'll get the alert, but we have to make sure that like even servers are up to date, applications are up to date in those servers. We have thousands of servers. How it is possible to make it to monitor, maybe to find out which is which version, what is the current version, and like maybe what application running there. Definitely, it's very difficult to find out in. like by going through one by one. Maybe okay, that is fine. Now a new user joined in your company, in your project. Okay, na? I want to add that user into that 1,000 servers. So how it is possible? One by one, definitely it's not possible. Logging into servers one by one, definitely it's not possible. Okay, or else something, one application, like some maybe threat happening. Okay, so all over the world, some virus is spreading. So for that purpose, one application I have to install, one tool I want to install in all my 1,000 servers. So one by one, it's very difficult to log into each and every server from your laptop. Minimum 5 minutes it will take. What is how to create a user, guys, manually? How to create a user in Linux operating system? Hmm? What is the command to create a user? User add command. User add a username. That is the command to create manually. Now, by using like some automation tools like Ansible, without login, I can create, guys. Without login to my EC2 instance directly manually, we can have one third part, maybe one more extra server. Okay, now example, I can create one EC2 instance. This is my laptop. Okay, now I need my one of the user in all the servers here, here, here. So actually, I have to log in one by one. Like I'll get the EC2 instance detail, and I will log into each and every server. Okay, now but instead of that, there is a way. Okay, now if I set up Ansible in my project, Ansible tool in my project. Okay, now. So just I will log into this server where I install the Ansible. From here, I can manage these servers without login actually. I no need to login. My Ansible can log in the backend to those servers and install or maybe get the information or update the application, create user, anything. It doesn't matter. Maybe I want to change one file in 100 servers. I want to create one file in 100 servers. Okay, now I want to delete. Maybe I want to install one application. I want to start my service. So I no need to log into them, guys. Okay, now simple. Ansible communication is there. If you set up Ansible in your project, okay, now so that's it. From Ansible server, I can manage my server. I can do whatever I need. I can delete something. I can start something. I can install something. I can create a user. I can delete a user. I can update one file. So any number of bulk tasks you can do in any number of servers without login. I mean, I no need to log in manually. If I set up Ansible, it's one-time setup. It may take some time, but if once you set up Ansible in your project, that's it. Now onwards, everything like we will take it from Ansible server only without login. I no need to log in manually. Ansible can log in the background. Okay, let me ask you. So as I told, like login, Ansible will log into this server. This Ansible application will log into the each server and it will do the work. Okay, so how to log in? Okay, guys, Ansible you cannot install in Windows. Okay, Ansible is only for Linux operating systems. This Ansible, you cannot install in Windows. Only for Linux operating systems. Okay, na. So it is not possible for Windows. Okay, that is fine. Now, here in our case, all are Linux machines only. As I told, mostly we will work on Linux only. You can say that, like I never worked on Windows. In my project, all are Linux machines only. Okay, because I never worked on out of my 10, 11, so this many years, I never worked on Windows. All are Linux operating systems only. There will be separate admin for Windows. It's out of matter for us. Okay, so all are Linux machines. Now, I want to manage those Linux machines. Generally, from your laptop, how do you log into your EC2 instances? Guys, what is the procedure? From Windows to Linux, how you are logging in?
Using Amazon console. From there we are
General method. Amazon console,
but
everybody cannot access.
yeah, launch the instances.
Putty
Putty.
session. Putty by using Putty.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Using
basically,
putty.
yeah. So basically, let's talk about Linux operating system general login. How you are logging? Here you are using Putty. In this is laptop. This is AC2 instance. So guys, both are basically Putty is nothing but SSH application, and in already in Linux operating system, SSH is running, guys. SSH application by default will be there in Linux. Okay, na. So you are using Putty application to connect. Here, what are the things you are providing? IP address, username, and key. Right, guys? Generally, there are three ways to log in. Okay, na. So username, password, username, key, public key, private key. Guys, any Linux operating system, we can use these three combinations. You can use username, password, one combination. But by default, which method we are using? This the second method, right? We are using second method for our EC2 instances, right? IP, username, and key. Yes or no? Okay, but there are three methods total. Username, password, if you know, that also you can use. Or public key or private key, that also you can. Now I'm going to show you this method. From Linux to Linux, we are going to use this method. Public key and private key method. Okay, na? So this method I'm going to show you. Now, as I told, here I'm going to install Ansible, guys. Right? In this mission, I want. So from here, I need this setup for all the servers. ఇక్కడ నుండి from this server, I have to set up this SSH. Guys, Linux to Linux also SSH only, but putty not required. Okay, now once you log into this Ansible server, okay, so basically Ansible also will use SSH application only to connect from one server to another server. So in both the servers already SSH is there, right? So if you set up this public key and private key, the Ansible will use automatically. I have to automate it, guys, now. Okay, now one time setup. One time, first time, I have to do this setup for all my servers. Okay, now. So from here, all my servers, I have to set up this public and private key concept from this server, so that when I run Ansible commands, it won't ask any username and password, direct communication. Okay, now let's first take one EC2 instance and let's install one Ansible here. Okay, now? So then you can understand. After that, we will set up, we'll take maybe one, two, three servers, another servers, and we'll set up the communication for each and every server. Yeah. Go ahead. Guys, I need a volunteer. Who will take care?
Yes.
Avinash. Yes, Avinash. Please go ahead. Launch one EC2 instance.
So the third game, sir. FP4.
I'm sorry. I given control already.
Yeah.
Hmm. Can you please launch one EC2 instance? Anything is fine. Amazon Linux is also fine. Launch one Amazon Linux. So guys, in real time for everything, we'll set up new server. Okay, nah. So different applications you use, different things you do. Everything will make separate operating system. Launch it. T2 micro is enough. First, I will install Ansible. Okay. Now, very easy, guys. It's not a big deal. It's one-time setup. Okay. Once you set up this Ansible in your project, and once you set up the communication from your Ansible to remaining all servers, now onwards, it's very simple to manage the things in other servers. Okay, now if you want to do bulk things on number of servers, as I told, sometimes your management will ask you, some threat is happening all over the world, some virus is happening, spreading. Okay, na? So they will give you one application name, maybe one tool name. Please install this in all 1,000 servers. How many servers you have? 1,000? 2,000? So in 2,000 servers, install this. So you no need to log into each and every by using putty session. Only to you log into Ansible server via putty. From there, you will connect to remaining servers. In just a one command, guys. With one command, you can install in all 1,000 servers. Only one line. Log into it quickly. Set the host name as always. We have to set the names, guys, for easy identification purpose. ANSIBLE, Ansible, one of the open source DevOps tool. Okay, can you run yum install Ansible? Wait, okay, so it's suggesting to run this one. Can you run this command? So guys, always please go through with the output. Don't blindly just come out. See, when I run this, generally this is the command we run. So it suggested us. So this is, please run this to install Ansible. So I'm running. If at all something else, some other error means, we'll go with that. Always try to understand the error or output, guys.
I do have a question here. So currently we are using Amazon, right? So that is the reason we got a suggestion of Amazon command. So will it be same while we are using the Google Cloud platform or Azure?
May not be. Good question. Their Amazon Linux distribution won't be there. So they're only Red Hat, CentOS, Fedora, those will be there. Okay, na? So that's the reason I told you it is based on the output, right? Okay, so based on the output, we have to follow that. Maybe if you get some other error or some other suggestion, we have to follow that if it is different distribution. Okay, yeah. Now successfully we installed the Ansible, guys. Completed. Done. Very easy, guys. Just one step. Now clear the screen. So, guys, always remember, for any application, when you install any application, okay, na? So generally you will get that related commands, that related folder, where there only we have to manage our files, the like related. Now with Ansible also we are going to write a programs. Those programs we have to manage in Ansible folder. There, the folder name is cd/etc/Ansible. This folder gets created, guys. So whenever I installed Ansible, so this folder gets created. Okay, na? So you are inside etc Ansible folder now. You got, this is the configuration file. Okay, na? And here now I want to set up the communication between Ansible to all other servers, guys. So we have all other servers, right? Like we may have your development server, testing server, Jenkins server, okay, now some application related, database related. So all other servers are there. So I want to set up from here to there. So I will add those server details here, guys. This is the file. Okay, na? So under etc Ansible folder, I have a file called host. Okay, na? So here lots of information is there. I'm deleting everything because these are just suggestions. Okay, na? I empty nothing, like I have to create my own file, host file. So basically this file is called as inventory file, guys. I have to create groups like this, guys. So in generally in your project, you will have like different environments, right? Production servers, maybe you can group them based on different ways, maybe OS based, like all Amazon Linux I want to make it, all Ubuntu servers I have one group, all CentOS one group, all Windows one group, all maybe development servers one group, all development applications one group. Okay, now like this, maybe we'll do one thing, we'll create one more group also like Amazon. Okay, can you do one thing? Can you launch 3 more Amazon Linux machines? So guys, in one shot you can do that. You no need to launch 3 in different times. Okay, now so here configure instance details. Can you make it 3? Just as of now, we don't have other servers, right? So it's a practice session. So we're launching. Hmm.
myself.
Okay. Here set like host names like dev, test, production. Guys, generally will give the server names based on the application. No space, please. Say dev, development, dev, test. One more is test. No, no, not for the same server. So generally we'll give server names based on the application, which application it is running and which environment it. If we example one application is there, so okay na. So it is development dev HTTPD, test HTTPD, production HTTP. Like that the names will be okay na. Here randomly I'm giving like test dev, test and production, but in your real time based on your application. So which application you are running? Oh, Ansible
Okay,
master also you okay, maybe launch one more server, no issues. Quickly launch it and log in and install it.
yes.
Once we terminate, every time we need to install the.
Actually, in real time we should not terminate. Terminate means completely deleted.
Okay.
Obviously, deleted means nothing will be there, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
If you stop and restart, so that time it is chargeable or it's okay.
Even if you stop also, little bit charges, not full charges, but because still you are using, right? Stopping means still your server is there, so
Okay.
not that much, but at least something will be charged.
Okay. Thank you. Hmm. So quickly install Ansible. Hmm. Now cd to that folder, etc Ansible folder. So after you installation only you get that folder, guys. Okay, now before that this folder won't be there. Once you install Ansible, this folder gets created. And here that host file, vi host file, that is called as inventory file, guys. So in this server, in this file only, will use dd command. dd command will delete all lines. I mean, one by one, maybe multiple times dd. Or else, if you know the number of lines, like 20 dd, 30 dd, it will delete all lines. 30 lines, 20 lines. So guys, along with our DevOps tools, in day-to-day basis, you have to work on my this Linux also, guys. Linux is very, very important. Okay, now in the background, you have to explore Linux things also. So can you please open my Google Drive once? If you don't have, please ping me in the group chat about my Google Drive, guys. My Google Drive has huge information. If anybody don't have my Google Drive, please let me know in the group, your respected group. Okay, now so I will give you my Google Drive access. So there you have so many things. So related Linux also. Just a minute, let me. Can you please go to DevOps class notes? Linux. Okay. There are multiple things, multiple files available, guys. Please make sure that whenever you get free time, along with the DevOps, please go through with Linux also. Okay, now as part of the classes, Linux classes, we covered the minimum like what you need for DevOps. But along with that, there are so many things you have to go through. Okay, now in the background. So please make sure that. సో ఎప్పుడు టైం దొరికినా సరే ప్లీజ్ లైనెక్స్ మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి చూడండి. చాలా థింగ్స్ ఉంటాయి లైనెక్స్ లో నేర్చుకోవడానికి ఇంకా. ఓకే, యా ప్లీజ్ మూవ్ ఆన్, గో బ్యాక్ టు దట్ లైనెక్స్ మిషన్. యా, హియర్ గైస్ we are going to create groups for our servers. All your how many servers you have? 1000, 2000, 10,000. Of course, there is some syntax. Maybe you may ask you, how can I add 1000 IP address here? 1000, that it will be big file then, right? Bad. So there will be some shortcuts also. You will come to know about the shortcuts later. Don't worry. Okay. First, as of now, I'm going to create groups. Okay, now first dev group. It's up to you guys. The names will be, it's up to you. You can give whatever the names you need. Okay, now like I'm giving dev group. Can you give dev group? So all development servers I will add here under this. You just say dev, that's it. Maybe okay, dev group. Say dev group. Hmm. Okay, here safe side. Can you go to my Google? Sorry, it's to dashboard. Here in let's make the changes. Why? Because if both are same name, you will be confused. We'll say example. This is one application. Okay, na? Can you make it dev HTTPD, test HTTPD like this? Because if you have the same name, group name, server name, you will be confused. For example, this is one application, HTTPD application running. Okay, now one is for development purpose, one is for testing purpose, one more is for production purpose. Okay, na? Yeah. Now, can you do one thing under the development group? Can you please add the development server IP address? No need to log in as of now. Wait, first add the IP address here in the next line. No, that IP address you copied, right? Like this, how many IPs you have? That many IPs you have to add here. Okay, now in development, under develop. So definitely you will have some idea, guys, in your project. Okay, if it is a big project, generally there will be separate accounts for development, separate account for test, separate account, like that. Okay, now. So all development IP address you will add here under this. Now in the same way, test group and production group also. Hmm. As of now, just example purpose, one server I am taking, guys. But in your project, you may have hundreds of servers. Okay, now for development related hundreds of servers. Same setup in testing account also. There also you may have hundreds of servers. ఇప్పుడు just test practice purpose one only one servers I have taken. Okay, na? Now what I do? Okay, I added my IP address, my inventory file. Maybe I'll create one more group, OS wise also. All are Amazon OS, guys. Okay, na? Can you please add all 3 servers here? All are Amazon Linux only, right? So OS wise also I can create group. It's up to you, guys. Groups ఎన్ని రకాలుగా కామన్ గ్రూప్స్ ఎలాగైనా చేయొచ్చు. Anyway you can create, maybe OS wise, application wise, version wise, application version, OS version wise. It's up to you based on your requirement. ఓకేనా, ఎన్ని గ్రూప్స్ అయినా క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు ఇలాగా. ఓకేనా, ఫస్ట్ environment wise I created the groups, then OS wise I created the groups. Okay, now maybe you may have different distribution in your project, like Red Hat, CentOS, Amazon Linux. So OS wise also you can create groups, like one more group for Red Hat servers, one more group for testing like CentOS servers. So like this, any but as of now I don't have the communication, guys, between this Ansible to my agents, those development, testing, production. I don't have the communication. It will fail now. So let me this is the command to test the communication by using Ansible. Ansible -m ping all ante. So guys, always Ansible will read this file. Okay, now you can give the group name, or else all means all groups it will read, or else if you want to work on only particular group, example dev group or test group or production group, okay, you can give that group name. It's up to you. All means all servers, group name means only under the particular group how many servers you have, that many servers. As of now only one server under dev group, right? You given dev or dev group? You given as dev group. Let's make it simple. Of course, it's not wrong actually, but for simplification purpose, I'm giving just. Can you just delete group? Say dev only. Just say dev. Below also, just say prod. Prod is enough. Easy ఇస్తే గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటాం. And bracket, it should be square bracket, not this bracket. Use square bracket. Quick. Use square bracket. And guys, anything, okay, in single shot you cannot understand. You need more practice. Practice only. Practice, practice, practice. Then only you can understand the things. Okay? Yeah, now save this. Make always simple names for your group. Don't use capital letters. It's not condition actually. It's up to you. But if you give small names and like easy names, it will be good. Okay. Now see, I'm testing my communication. Obviously, it will fail because I haven't set anything. Ansible -m ping dev group. It will try to communicate with the development servers. Now under dev group, this group should be there, guys, in your server, in your host file. Always Ansible will look for your host file. Okay, now. So under dev group, see, this is the server. So it's failed because we haven't set anything, guys. Ansible in the background, it will use SSH only. So let me run normal SSH command. SSH ec2-user @ see, I'm using normal SSH command. See, failed. In the background, Ansible will use this command only, guys. Okay, na. In the background, Ansible will use SSH communication only. Manam putty dwara aithe by using putty will give IP address, username, key name. So see, here also you give like this. Okay, na. So I want to go with like this method. I showed you, right? There are 3 methods we can connect from. We can connect using to your Linux box, guys. Mana Linux box ki for to connect to remote Linux operating system, there are 3 ways: username password combination, username key combination, public key and private combination. 3 ways లో ఏదైనా వాడుకోవచ్చు నువ్వు. I'm going to use by default, your Ansible will use this method. Okay na. So SSH చేసేటప్పుడు ఈ మూడిట్లో ఏదైనా వాడుకోవచ్చు. You can use any one of the method while using SSH. So Ansible also will use SSH only. By default, Ansible will use this mechanism. Okay na. Ansible will use this SSH mechanism. Okay na. We call it as passwordless authentication mechanism. Passwordless authentication. There is no password, right? This method is called as passwordless authentication mechanism, guys. Okay na. So public key and private key. Ansible will use this SSH mechanism only. Passwordless authentication, SSH mechanism, authentication mechanism. Okay na. Now we are going to set up this. So what I do for that? So this is my Ansible server, and remaining all servers my Linux boxes. So here I have to generate those keys, guys, in Ansible master. What is Ansible master? Where I installed Ansible, right? That is called as Ansible master. Okay, now go ahead, Avinash, share your screen. So guys, today I will show you in these servers. So make sure that tomorrow you have this setup without fail. Share your screen, Avinash. Okay, now I'm going to show you the setup. Okay, na? So just come out. CD. So this is the command. In Ansible master server, I have to run this command, guys. In Ansible master, where Ansible is there, right? In that server, just press enter, all enter. See, if you read this, you can understand that there are two keys created. Basically, this is one file, this is one more file. Let's go to this folder. Okay, now, so this is user based, guys. What is my username? Root, right? For root user, I generated two keys here, public key and private key. So cd okay, now I'm going to that folder. So basically, when I run this command from any user, okay, now that user home directory under .ssh folder, two keys will be created. See, I got these two keys, this one and this one. Now this key, I'm going to copy it into all my servers. Can you please log into one by one? First log into the development server. Log into this putty session. Sudo -. No, first one server is enough. In all the servers, you have to do the same thing, guys. Whatever I'm going to do now. Set the host name as dev. Host name spelling wrong. Spelling wrong. NAME. NAME. So guys, console ఏ name ఇచ్చారు? So whatever you given console name, right? The same name if you give, that will be good. Actually give dev httpd. You given as dev httpd, right? Give the same name. Yeah, use up arrow one more time. No. Host name dev httpd. That will be better always. Give the same name. Always console here, everywhere you should give the same name. That is the best practice. Don't give different names. You'll be confused then. Sudo -. Okay, this is one of the Linux box. Like this, you have 1,000 servers. In 1,000 servers, you have to do the same thing. What I am going to do now, the same thing. It's a first time. First time I have to do this, guys. I have to log in. Okay, now maybe automation you can do. That is separate case. See, in master I ran this command. Okay, now I went to this folder. If you read this one, you can understand. So under this folder, you got two keys. Okay, now see this and this. One is private key, one is public key. Let's open this public key. Okay, now copy this properly, guys. Copy properly. Please listen carefully. Okay, copy properly. Then log into the development server. So here also same folder you should go. Okay, so same folder. Now see, we have authorized keys files. Open this. These all one line only actually, because of the length it is showing this many line. Okay, so let's make it new line. Small o. I entered small o. Okay, small o is a shortcut to enter into the insert mode. It will create a new line with insert mode. Just I pasted it. Whatever I copied, right, from my master. So see, check carefully. Most of the guys, they don't copy properly and they used to ping me privately. Sir, I am not able to do this SSH. You have to make sure that properly test it, verify it. Okay, now that's it. Now I should be able to log in from master. Okay, so where is my master? This is my master, right? Actually, you haven't set host name. always I told you, you have to set the host name so that it will be good for you. ఎప్పుడు we have to set the host names, guys. Now let's do SSH, guys. Now I can do SSH directly. It won't ask any password. See, no password. I'm not using any password. So guys, this is the third mechanism I told you, public and private key mechanism, right? Passwordless authentication. See, no username, no password, no keys. I already copied. In all servers, you should do the same thing, guys. See, you are in one more server now. You are basically prior to that, you are in Ansible server. You did SSH from Ansible server to the development server. See, you are in development server now, guys. From Windows, how you are logging into Linux by using putty. In the same way, from Linux to Linux also you can log in by using SSH command. See, now you logged into development server from Ansible to. So in the background, Ansible will use this command only, guys. Now I'm able to log in. The same thing, I have to exit from this server again. We'll go back to Ansible. So every time when I run Ansible command, it will connect to each and every server in this way. Once it executes the commands, it will exit from that server. Again it will log into the second server, run the command, come out. It will execute, log into the third server. In the background, I'm telling you. Okay, now can you please log into the testing server? One more server also I will show you. Can you quickly log into this? Log into that quickly. So in all the servers, how many servers you have? In all the servers, you have to do the same thing, guys. From Ansible master. This is one-time setup. So in tomorrow class, I will show you the advantage usage. How this set the host name, sudo space -a. Host name test. Is it second server? Test. Are you sure? Second server, na? Just a minute. Test server, na? Make sure the same name. Test HTTPD. Give the same name. Test HTTPD. అప్పుడు కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఉండదు, సేమ్ నేమ్ ఇస్తే. అక్కడ ఒక నేమ్, దేర్ వన్ నేమ్, హియర్ వన్ నేమ్ మీన్స్ విల్ బి కన్ఫ్యూజ్ విచ్ సర్వర్ ఇస్ విచ్. సో relogin to reflect the name. Now here also go to the same folder, cd/root/.ssh. cd space, cd అనేది command to switch from one folder to another folder. So guys, we need more practice for Linux. .ssh, not ssh. That is the folder name. Now ls vi authorized keys, file name, the above file name. Just give tab au and tab. It will fulfill it. Enter. Okay. So press small o. Small o will create a new line, guys, in VA editor. Okay, na? Now go to Ansible folder. Here again you have that key, right? This is the key. It's the same key, guys. You no need to generate every time new key. Can you copy this key properly, guys? Make sure that you properly copied it. Okay, na? Like this. How much you need, only that much you have to copy. Paste it now and make sure that you are in insert mode, then paste it. Now escape. Okay, done. Now this, first go to, from anywhere I can do, just I need an IP address. So cat host file This is my IP address, right? Now see, it should not ask password. First time kabatti yes or no adugutundi. See, I'm able to log in. From Ansible master, I'm able to log in this test also. Okay, na? Now exit. This is what I need, guys, tomorrow class. How many servers you have? For all the servers, you will do the same thing. Now let me check the communication. Wait.
ఏ పీరియడ్ తీసుకోవచ్చు సార్?
అర్థం కాలేదు.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం టెస్ట్ ప్రొడక్షన్ ఇంకొకటి తీసుకున్నాం కదా సార్, ఆ 3 కాకుండా ఇంకేమైనా తీసుకోవచ్చా?
ఏదైనా తీసుకో, మీ ఇష్టం. సి, ఐఎమ్ ఏబుల్ టు టాక్ టు SS డెవలప్మెంట్ సర్వర్. Under development group, I given this IP address, right? So successful. Test also will be successful, but production failed because we haven't added production, right? Production group లో ఉన్న సర్వర్స్ కి ఇంకా మనం యాడ్ చేయలేదు. It will fail now. So this also you have to do the same thing, guys, for production also. Okay na? So in tomorrow class, I need this setup. Who will set up this, guys? I need for all the servers from Ansible master to my agent. I need this.
Yes sir, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do
So
it.
make sure that, so that tomorrow we'll discuss about the usage, utilization, how it works and all. Okay na?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Yeah. Okay then, guys.
Thank you sir.
Yeah. Practice more, guys. Practice is important. Okay. Yeah.
Yes sir.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.